Hey, coaches, how are you? Happy Friday. Hey, I'm sitting here in my office here at home. My kids are playing out in the living room because they don't have school today. And I'm home. I'm here with them. And I feel really, really lucky to be able to do that. And what that really comes down to is that I took responsibility for my success. I'm responsible for making this happen. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. Is that we own our own business. Like if you're watching this video, that means you're in the team page, and that means that you own your own business. Isn't that pretty incredible? Like you didn't have to take out $1 million loan in order to have a business. You didn't have to find investors in order to have your own business. We are doing what so many people do not have the guts to do, and that is to start their own business. We are the CEOs. We call the shots. We can do whatever we want. We can make it the best experience possible, or we can just not do anything with it at all. Unfortunately, I hope you don't do that. But, we are in control of our own business. And I think that is so liberating. I think that is so cool. But what comes with that is the actual responsibility of our business, right? It's our responsibility to make mistakes. It is our responsibility to fail and learn from those failures, to fail forward. It is our responsibility to educate ourselves, right? It's our responsibility to be on the team calls, to listen to the national wake-up calls, to go to our local events and to feed our brain with all that information that's going to build our business. We are responsible for our own success, right? Everything you have as a coach is literally set up for you, down to how to run a challenge group, how to invite coaches, the 5-step invitation process, a daily tracker, what to say when you get objections. I mean, everything is set up for you. The marketing, the products. We don't have to invent anything. We don't have to spend millions of dollars in advertising, any of that stuff. Everything is set up for us. All we have to do is own it and take that and run with it, right? I mean, it's just an amazing opportunity that we get the chance to build a business as high as we possibly want. And we don't have to do all that groundwork. We don't have to start a coffee shop from scratch or a retail store or program a website or all the crap that I don't know how to do, right? What I know how to do is to learn and to continuously better myself to be a better coach. The internet is full of good information. I mean, literally at your fingertips, you have resources that could take you from 0 to 60. But the responsibility is on you, right? It has nothing to do with your upline. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with anyone on your team, all right? It's completely up to you. It's not your upline's responsibility to make sure that you have the information on new products or new announcements. I mean, luckily a lot of us as upline coaches will, and you'll do this for your team as well, is to share the information that you get. Maybe if you get it sooner than your team or whatnot. But it's not your upline's responsibility to make sure that you know about the new products and hear about the new announcements and know what the company's doing. That's your responsibility because you are what? You are the owner of your own business, right? So one thing I want you to ask yourself is, what can you do to be a better coach? Are there strengths that you can work on? Do you need to work on recruiting? Do you need to work on your social media presence? Do you need to work on dealing with objections? Do you need to work on the inviting process? Whatever that is, be a sponge. Like, educate yourself. Take responsibility for what you don't know and figure it out, because that's what makes a true successful entrepreneur. And that's what we are. So, it's not always an easy road, and it's not a quick one. It's not like, it's, if you think about it, for the runners, it's a marathon, and, maybe it's an ultra marathon, but you don't have to sprint from the start line to the finish line, because if you do, and you attempt to sprint, you're going to burn out, right? But if you take it one step at a time, all right, one step at a time, during that marathon, you're eventually going to get there. And along the way, you're taking pieces that are making you better along the way, right? You're learning along that race. And if you take your time and you are consistent and you are continuing to know that the only way you're going to hit that finish line is if you continue to learn along the way, then you'll go as far as you possibly want to. Okay? All right, you guys, that's all I have for today. But have a great weekend. And don't forget that we can make this whatever we want to. I believe in you. And I'm excited to see where each of you go with this. And you're the boss, right? It's up to you. All right, you guys, have a good weekend.